Today our chapter is Chemical Bonding Part 3, which is the continuation of Part 2. In this, we are going to know about formation of covalent bond in water molecule, that is H2O, formation of covalent bond in methane molecule, that is CH4, formation of covalent bond in carbon tetrachloride, that is CCl4, formation of covalent bond in ammonia molecule, that is NH3, formation of covalent bond in oxygen molecule, that is O2, and difference between ionic bond and covalent bond. Okay, first we'll go to water molecule. Okay, in the previous part we have learned about the formation of covalent bond in hydrogen molecule, chlorine molecule and nitrogen molecule. Now we'll continue that. That is, now we'll go to water molecule. Say in water molecule, each of the two hydrogen atoms have only one electron. Yeah, to attain stable electronic configuration, they need each one electron. So one hydrogen atom needs one electron, one more hydrogen atom needs one more electron. So these two hydrogen, they share electron with oxygen. See, oxygen need two electrons to get octet electronic configuration. They have 6 valence electron. They want 2 electrons to get stable electronic configuration. So that is shared from 2 atoms of hydrogen. Okay. See, here you can see hydrogen has 1 valence electron and even one more hydrogen atom has 1 valence electron. Here oxygen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It needs 2. So that combines, oxygen combines with these 2 hydrogen atoms, and so that hydrogen also got 2 stable electronic configuration, that is duplet, and one more hydrogen atom also got duplet configuration, and oxygen also got octet configuration. So that this is how water molecule is formed, that is stable. Okay, and here dot structures, if you see here, this is the dot structure. See here, hydrogen sharing 2 electrons from oxygen and one more hydrogen atom and oxygen. This is the dot structure to write. Okay, next. Methane molecule. Methane molecule is CH4. Okay, when molecule of methane to be formed, to attain stable, they have to attain the stability, right? One atom of carbon has what? 4 valency. Yeah. To attain stability, carbon needs 4 electrons. So that hydrogen has 1 electron. So this carbon shares electron with 4 hydrogen atoms, and so that carbon also attains stability, that is octet electronic configuration, and even hydrogen also attains the duplet electronic configuration, and thus both attains the stability. Okay. Carbon shares 4 electron pairs, one with each of the 4 atoms of hydrogen. In this picture, if you see, hydrogen has 1 atom. See, like 4 atoms of hydrogen has all 1 electrons, and carbon has 4 valence electron. Here all the 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, all the 4 hydrogen atoms shares their 1 electron with carbon, and so they attain stability. Okay, this is the electron dot structures of CH4 methane, and this is how it will be. So this is how methane molecule is formed and they are attaining stability. Okay, next, carbon tetrachloride. See here, the formula is CCl4. Okay, when a molecule of carbon tetrachloride is to be formed, one atom of carbon shares 4 electron pairs with each of 4 atoms of chlorine. See, carbon has 4 electrons and chlorine needs 1 electron to get stability, that is octet electronic configuration. So 4 chlorine atoms takes 1 electron from carbon atom, and so they are attaining the stable electronic configuration. If you see here, see, carbon has 4 electronic configuration, 4 valence electron. Okay, this chlorine atom needs 1 electron, this chlorine atom needs 1 electron, this 1 electron, this 1 electron. So that 4 electrons are satisfied from the carbon atom. So that there is a sharing of electrons between carbon and 4 atoms of chlorine, and this is how the compound is formed. Okay, this is how the carbon tetrachloride is formed, and this is the dot structure of the carbon tetrachloride. Okay. Now, ammonia molecule. When a molecule of ammonia is to be formed, atom of nitrogen shares 3 electron pairs, one with each of 3 atoms of hydrogen. See, nitrogen has 5 electrons in the valence shell and they need 3 electrons to attain stable octet electronic configuration, so that they share the electrons with hydrogen. Hydrogen has 1 electron, so that 3 atoms of hydrogen comes together to nitrogen, and there is a sharing of electrons between 1 nitrogen atom and 3 hydrogen atoms, and thus the ammonia molecule is formed. Okay, if you see here, see, this is 1 nitrogen atom and it has 5 valence electrons, and here hydrogen 1 valence electron, here hydrogen 1 valence electron, 1 valence electron. And see, here hydrogen is sharing 1 electron with 1 electron of nitrogen, and so that hydrogen attained duplet electronic configuration, and this hydrogen also and this hydrogen also. And if you take totally, nitrogen has got 8 electrons, that is, it had already 5 electrons in the valence shell and 3 more electrons from hydrogen, and so even nitrogen also attained what? Stable octet electronic configuration. And this is the dot structure of the ammonia molecule, you can see in this picture. Okay. Now if you go next, oxygen molecule. When 2 oxygen atoms come closer, what happens? Each contributes 2 electrons, and so they have to 2 shared pairs of electrons between them. See, oxygen has 6 valence electrons in their outermost shell, and they need only 2 electrons to attain stable electronic configuration. So what happens? 2 oxygen atoms comes closer, and there is sharing of electrons between them to attain stable electronic configuration. Both atoms attain an octet, resulting in the formation of double covalent bond. As they are sharing 2 electrons, there is a double bond between them. Okay, you can see in this picture, oxygen having 6 valence electrons, here also 6 valence electrons. See, there is a sharing between 2 oxygen atoms, and this is how the oxygen molecule is formed. See, this is the dot structure. See, there is a double bond between them. Okay, this is how oxygen molecule is formed. Then comes difference between ionic bond and covalent bond. See, till now we have learnt about ionic bond and compounds under ionic bond, and for covalent bond and compounds under covalent bond, and how they are formed. These are all things we studied, and the conditions for the ionic bond to form and conditions for covalent bond to form also we have learnt. Now we will see the differences between both ionic bond and covalent bond. First of all, ionic bond is formed by complete transfer of electrons. See, here one atom, there is a complete transfer of electrons. There is no sharing of electrons between ionic bond. There is a complete transfer of electrons. If you take sodium chloride, what happens? Here sodium is giving 1 electron to chlorine. So there is no sharing of electrons in ionic bond. Now if you come to covalent bond, what happens in covalent bond? It is formed by the sharing of electrons by both the combining species. There is a sharing of electrons between the species. For example, if you take H2, H has 1 electron, one more H has 1 electron. Both comes together and there is a share of electrons and they are attaining stability. This is how covalent bond and ionic bond is formed. Okay. Next, it is formed between a metal and a non-metal. This ionic bond is always formed between a metal and a non-metal. That is, one gives electron and one takes electron. Okay, electron positive is which donates the electron, electron negative is which takes the electron. Okay, then it is formed, this covalent bond is formed between 2 non-metals. This covalent bond always forms between 2 non-metals. Then ionic bond, it has very high boiling point and melting point. Okay, here if you come to covalent bond, it has low melting point and boiling point. And ionic bond, it is polar, as the bond is formed due to the electrostatic attraction between the oppositely charged. It is polar in nature. If you come to covalent, it is less polar or non-polar, as the electron density is spreaded over the bond due to sharing. Okay, this is less polar than this is polar. Okay, now if you come to ionic bond are good conductor of electricity, and covalent bond comparatively bad conductor of electricity. And if you come ionic bond, it exists in solid state, that is NaCl, that sodium chloride, K2SO4, potassium sulfate. And covalent bond exists in liquid or gaseous state, example HCl, CH3OH, etc. Okay, this is the main differences between ionic bond and covalent bond. Okay, thank you.